So, on the cusp of SummerSlam, we got another pay-per-view coming up this Sunday, August 30th. Yeah, August 30th. WWE Payback. Yep, I know. It's surprising we have a pay-per-view right after a pay-per-view. But nonetheless, so be it, right? So this review is coming up. So right now there's only 4 matches confirmed, but obviously there's going to be more added. And so I will be giving my predictions of who do I think is going to win in the matches. We got so far 2 title matches, I believe. Okay, whatever. There'll be more added, I believe. And I'll give predictions of those matches that may happen. And Payback. I got 2 matches that I think will happen at Payback. That haven't been confirmed, but it looks like will be confirmed. Alright, and here we go. So, before I get to the matches that have been 100% confirmed for Payback, I'm going to get to the matches that I think is going to happen on Payback, and it most likely be confirmed for Payback, especially on SmackDown. So I think 2 matches, maybe tag team title matches. I don't know. Maybe 3 matches. I don't know. Possibilities. Maybe 2 from SmackDown, 1 from Raw. So from Raw, we maybe get a tag team title match. Maybe. The Street Profits and Angel Garza and Andrade getting another match. I don't know. A Payback, maybe. But SmackDown, I think, is 95% most likely going to be Matt Riddle versus King Corbin at Payback. I think that's the plan, since it did do a SummerSlam. Just WWE hasn't confirmed it yet. But this Friday, I expect them to announce a match between King Corbin and Matt Riddle to take place at Payback. Which, if it happens, I predict Matt Riddle to win that match against King Corbin. And another match I can see taking place is in the Intercontinental match between champion Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles. Remember, last week, Jeff Hardy became the new champion by defeating AJ Styles after AJ Styles supposedly injured that knee in that Retribution brawl with the Walster. Remember, he was outside. Both of them were outside. Jeff Hardy's focused on the Retribution, remember? And AJ Styles attacked his leg, his knee, whatever. And later in that night, Jeff Hardy got the brace on, saying it's okay, it's good to go. And he took on AJ Styles and defeated AJ Styles to become new champion. I think a rematch is going to happen in Payback, and I think Jeff Hardy is going to retain at Payback, prolonging the feud between the two to the next pay-per-view or whatever. Next time they have a match. Which I believe the next pay-per-view after Payback is Clash of Champions. So those are 3, maybe another match, tag team title match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro versus Richard House Party. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to defend a Payback. So the 4 matches. If that happens, I pick Shinsuke and Cesaro to retain. And it could be another match. Oh my god. 5th match just came up. Big E versus Sheamus. And if they continue to push Big E, I predict Big E to win here. So those are all the matches that haven't been confirmed, but some of them most likely will be happening, and some of them I'm just guessing. So the first title match I'm going to talk about is a confirmed title match, and it's the United States title championship match taking place at Payback. And Bobby Lashley, the challenger, will be taking on the champion, Apollo Crews. Now remember, Apollo Crews defeated MVP at SummerSlam, right, on the pre-show, to retain the title. But now, at Payback, it's going to be Bobby Lashley and Apollo Crews. Which, from the start, it should have always been Bobby Lashley versus Apollo Crews. I said my reasons why in other videos that Bobby Lashley should be the focus of the group. Like, MVP should be the talker, but Bobby Lashley should be the main guy of the Hurt Business trio. And maybe MVP trying to recruit, trying to talk to Cedric Alexander about joining the Hurt Business. Maybe in that match at a Payback, Cedric Alexander will get involved, costing Apollo Crews the United States title at a Payback. Because I think it's time for a change. And Bobby Lashley, as much as he was in that title picture against Drew McIntyre about 3 or 4 months ago at Backlash, he's really, ever since, he's really been second fiddle to MVP. Right, as I said, MVP got the match with Apollo Crews at SummerSlam. But now, this is not the championship, not the WWE Championship, but second to that. And I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley defeating Apollo Crews at WWE Payback to become the new United States Champion. So guys, tell me below, what do you think, who's going to win that match? Apollo Crews or Bobby Lashley? Next, we're going to have a rematch with the main roster pay-per-view debuting of Eliminus One Keith Lee taking on Randy Orton at WWE Payback. We're already putting Keith Lee in the top story program on Raw. It's really between Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre, but obviously what happened to Drew McIntyre this past Raw, when Randy Orton punched him 2 times at the beginning, Drew McIntyre got involved in Keith Lee's debut match against Randy Orton on Raw, costing Keith Lee the win because there was a disqualification. So Randy Orton gets the win. So it's not a good debut for Keith Lee, if you ask me. I mean, bring him in the main story on Raw. Okay, no problem with that. But the music changed, his attire changed. They totally changed it from NXT. I understood. I get why they took the title off from NXT. Because they were planning to have it looked like they were planning to have his debut after SummerSlam. So why in the first place? I don't know. So yeah, so Randy Orton later Drew McIntyre was getting interviewed. He got 2 punches in the head at the beginning of the show. I don't know how you made it. He's getting interviewed, and Orton attacks McIntyre from behind, kicks him, punches him again. That supposedly takes out Drew McIntyre, of course, because obviously he wouldn't be fully recovered from 2 punches earlier in the show. Drew McIntyre go to the hospital. Obviously, Drew McIntyre, I don't know. Like, at this Payback, I don't know. Like, this match, it's just conflicting me because Keith Lee lost his debut match, but just by disqualification, it doesn't hurt him as much. But he's facing the Viper Randy Orton. And Randy Orton's still in the title picture with Drew McIntyre. That feud is still going on. Randy Orton has to look strong here, right? I mean, if he's still in that title picture, he has to win this match. But I look at Keith Lee. If he doesn't win this match, I think having Keith Lee in this title picture, I know I said earlier I had no problem with him in this rivalry, but I think having Keith Lee now, having a match with Randy Orton at Payback, is a bad idea. Because you're setting up Keith Lee to lose. Because, as I said, Randy Orton needs this win to continue the feud with Drew McIntyre. You have to continue to make him look strong. He lost to SummerSlam. Randy Orton needs this win, a clean win. And I'm like, Keith Lee needs a win too. He just debuted on Raw. He needs a win. He lost the DQ match. He needs a win too. And I think it's just a long time, the wrong match for Keith Lee. I don't know, man. I don't have a definitive answer here. I'm gonna go with Randy Orton to win here because I think he needs it more than Keith Lee. And if Keith Lee loses, a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh my God, they're burying Keith Lee already." I can see that, and I'm gonna say to those people, you know what? They put him in a no-win situation. So that's my prediction. Randy Orton. Tell me what you guys think. Comment below who's gonna win this match. Alright, next we have the women's tag team title match between the Golden Role Models, Bayley, or whatever, I forget what she says. Bayley, SmackDown Women's Champion and Tag Team Champion, and Sasha Banks, now only Women's Tag Team Champion. And you can tell they're having issues with each other. You're starting to see it. And they're going to take on the challengers, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. And you know, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, they don't get along, but they have a common enemy, and that's the golden role models. And I think every woman in WWE hates the golden role models. It just seems like it, right? Um, I'm interested to see how this tag team between Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax is, right? They don't like each other, but I think they could work well together. They're both strong and powerful women. Shayna Baszler is more of a, she's strong, but she's more of a submission specialist. More of she'll dissect your body, right? She'll attack your limbs, whatever, and have you in submissions. Nia Jax obviously is a power wrestler. But that's not the point. They don't like each other. And I don't know. I think I can see them winning this match. And I can see them losing, and I see them losing, they can explode. And which I don't think it happens. I think I'll tell you my prediction. So in a minute, I'm gonna go to the golden role model. So the problem is SmackDown Women's needs help, right? The SmackDown Women's division needs help. They need to build up stars to confront Bayley or whatever. That's why they're going to Sasha Banks. That's why everybody's assuming Sasha Banks and Bayley are going to feud because they have nobody else. Sadly. I mean, I don't know. Naomi, Carmella, I don't know what she's doing. Obviously not Dana Brooke. I don't know. Mandy Rose has got off with a feud with Sonya Deville. Maybe build her up. I don't know. So that's why they seem to go with Sasha Banks because WWE seems like they only could count on her. And with this, I see this as going. I think the Golden Role Models are going to lose. Something's going to happen in that match between those two. It's going to cost them the match. And I don't know if one of them's going to turn on each other. I think it'll be a future episode of Raw SmackDown or something. No, maybe Raw SmackDown. If they lose the tag team titles, they're not on Raw. They'll be on SmackDown. If they lose the tag team titles, they'll be on SmackDown when one of them turns on each other. I don't know who. Like, to me, Bayley would be a better face than Sasha Banks, but Sasha Banks could play both roles. I don't know who would turn on each other. It looks like more like Bayley would be the heel and Sasha Banks would turn face. So, as I said, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are going to win the tag team titles here. Because something's going to happen between Sasha Banks and Bayley in that match, it's going to cost them the titles. And it's going to continue their path of issues between them. Alright, now for the main event. I think it's going to be the main event. It's going to be the three-way match for the Universal title between the champion, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman, and the returning Roman Reigns. Now, I'm shocked as everybody in the universe when Roman Reigns made his return at the end of SummerSlam. It was great. From what I heard, rumors has it that Vince McMahon wants Roman Reigns to have an edge to him, which I agree with. Roman Reigns, he could be badass at times, and I want him to be more badass. People like him want to be more badass. He doesn't get appreciated as much as people. He doesn't get much appreciated as people think because he gets a lot of boos. But ever since his return last year, he's getting cheers because you know why, his cancer stuff and whatever. He was supposed to win the Universal title at WrestleMania over Goldberg, but obviously he didn't feel comfortable during circumstances at the time. And Braun Strowman got to replace Roman Reigns, defeated Goldberg, became the Universal Champion. Braun Strowman had a three-match feud. I guess it's something. It's not a match, but I'll consider in this terms as a match with Bray Wyatt. That where Braun Strowman lost the title of The Fiend, Bray Wyatt at SummerSlam. Roman Reigns made his debut, and now we got a three-way at Payback. And from what I'm hearing, from what I've read, not hearing because I don't have sources, but from what I've read, the plan is that Roman Reigns become champion at Payback, and the Fiend would be 1 week champion. That's what rumors are saying. I don't know. It could be different. It could change. You never know with wrestling. It could change, and because of that. Because of the reason why Roman Reigns was originally supposed to be the champion in WrestleMania, right? He was supposed to become champion in WrestleMania. So I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns here because they wouldn't want to waste his win here. unless Bray Wyatt wins here, but pins Braun Strowman to keep Roman Reigns strong. But I'm going to go Roman Reigns here to be champion, and then I expect after that Braun Strowman to be out of the title picture because he's a heel or something, and he needs somebody for face to face. Maybe Big E could go on the Braun Strowman. I don't know. And I think Roman Reigns and the Fiend Bray Wyatt are going to have a feud because this is my personal opinion. After SummerSlam, I was expecting Roman Reigns to have a feud with the Fiend Bray Wyatt after WrestleMania. At some point after WrestleMania, and I thought their match was going to happen at SummerSlam if everything went well, if the world was not in chaos right now. I thought that was going to happen. That's what I think that was going to happen. That's what I hope was going to happen. Roman Reigns versus the Fiend Bray Wyatt at SummerSlam. So once again, I'm going Roman Reigns here. And another thing before I end this, I forgot the number one more match possibility. 2 more matches possibility. I just came up with that. I know I should have said it in the introduction, but I didn't think of it at the time. Rey Mysterio, Seth Rollins, Dominic Mysterio, Buddy Murphy could happen. I'm gonna go with but I don't know if it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I think it could happen. I don't know. If I go, I'm gonna pick Seth Rollins to win that match. Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. Another match could be Kevin Owens and Aleister Black, possibility. Because remember what, Aleister Black just turned heel on Kevin Owens, and he needed that change. That's a possibility. Or it could be a Raw match. Who knows? And if that match happens at Payback, I think Aleister Black will win because he would need to win more than Kevin Owens. So these are my predictions. Like, comment below your predictions. Thank you.